We're moving on with episode 3 in the Hellraiser saga, Hell on Earth. I could have swore Kevin Dillon was the main character in this one. In fact, he's nowhere to be seen in the movie, but somewhere in my warped memory, that's how I remembered it. And I just struggled to get over that kind of idea. After the end of Hellraiser 2, we're left with this kind of monolith statue where Pinhead seems to be stuck. It has been bought by JP, a man that owns the Boiler Room, a kind of hotspot of a nightclub, and he is a horrible person, using people for sex, manipulating and disposing of his conquests whenever he wants. Not a nice character, the kind of character that would attract the attention of some demonic character if there was one around, like maybe that statue in his bedroom.
You enjoyed the girl?
Yes.
Good. So did I.
And we kind of get thrown into the world of Joanne, a reporter who wants to kind of make a big splash. She's not doing as well as she hopes, but she's just looking for that big story that's round the corner. It just so happens that round the corner is hell, because we have Pinhead almost kind of spinning JP around, telling him a wicked tale, trying to bring him almost over to the dark side, to bring him bodies so he can break free of this confine that he is in. But we also have Joanne as well, who seems to be having these flashback nightmares, these vivid dreams to her father's death in Vietnam, where, of course, she meets Pinhead in his human form, Captain Elliot Spencer, who talks to her, tells her that there is a reckoning coming and she has to stop it.
Captain Spencer, Elliot, what the hell is going on?
Hell is exactly what is going on, Joey.
I actually kind of enjoyed Hellraiser 3. It was never one that I really enjoyed previously, but this time around, I don't know what it was. It just kind of clicked with me. In fact, I think I prefer this more than the second one. I feel that Doug Bradley really gets to show both sides of the coin here. He gets to be deliciously over the top with Pinhead, being that soothing, deep voice as he coerces people into doing what he wants, while being the kind of almost the victim in Captain Elliot, who wants to stop that bad side of him. You know, the good, the evil playing off against each other. And I think Bradley does a really good job with this character and the dynamics it has there. It's really nice to see them bring in that different action as well.
Now you're in my dominion. And now we're going to hell. Ladies first.
Terry Farrell as Joanne. She's fine, but she feels more like, although she's a main character, almost surplus to all the fun that's happening until we get to the finale of the film. You get Ashley Lawrence in a little cameo sequence videos that have been dug up, showing her stint in the asylum that she previously was in. It's a movie with a lot going on, but it feels very sleazy, and it feels super kind of fun when it delves into the gore later on. Wow, it's one of the best. You really feel the improvement in budget here, although they tried to drag it into the early 90s really when the film was made. It feels a little bit clunky that way now, a little bit dated, but at the time the effects must have been terrific on this one. We got a whole new range of Cenobites, characters who we meet in this film that Pinhead shapes and moulds into his disciples. And I remember hating these characters way back in the day because it wasn't the Cenobites that I know and love, but these ones were very different. But I understand within the confines of this story how they fit into that, and I kind of appreciate them more this time around. I like this big budgeted crazy movie that very much epitomises the director Anthony Hickok's oeuvre. I love the guy's work anyway. I mean, Waxwork's one of my favourite kind of horror movies, but here he gets a big budget to play with, and he feels as if he's having fun and playing with that. And I like the fact that we have this kind of Pinhead just trying to break free from the confines of the last movie, trying to get a new soul, trying to get loose from the box almost, not really going into the whole mythology of it, just having this story that's individual and fun. And I kind of like that. Getting away from the original characters. It's a box that travels and falls into the hands of all different kinds of people. It feels like it should be almost different characters every time. And I like that about this one. After the forced sequel, where it felt as if it was trying to follow the steps of the first one, expand the mythology, it didn't quite work. Here we have a more contained, bloodier, funner version of that. Hellraiser 3 was surprisingly great. I enjoyed it. I liked it more than the second one this time around. I feel there's more to go back to and enjoy in this one, and some incredibly funny sequences. I say this movie has got a dark streak of humour running all the way through it, particularly with the sex scene with the guy smoking all the way through it. It just lets you know that this is a funny, jokey movie, not to be taken seriously. Tongue is firmly in its cheek, horror comedy for this one. I'm really enthused about going on to Hellraiser 4, the one I've never seen before, and see what that has to offer. But you know what? Let's dive into the disc of Hellraiser 3 and see what it has to offer. Here we are in the disc for Hellraiser 3. There are two versions to choose from, the theatrical cut and the unrated cut. And as it says at the top here, the unrated cut is presented on the disc in standard definition, a 1:3:3:1 ratio, and inserts from the best available sources. In the special features, we have 3 audio commentaries again, the first with Stephen Jones and Kim Newman. Then we have a commentary with the writer Peter Atkins from 2015, and then a commentary with the director Anthony Hickok and star Doug Bradley from 2004. Behind the scenes is archival material. The electronic press kit runs at roughly 12 minutes 15 seconds, has some clips behind the scenes, just some blurbs to sell it, and the FX dailies runs at 23 minutes 49, and basically just runs through some of the effects as they work and as they sometimes don't work. Then we have archival special features. We've got Time with Terry, which is the actress Paula Marshall talking about her role as Terry, which runs at 14 minutes 58 seconds. Then we have Raising Hell on Earth, which is an interview from 2004 with director Anthony Hickok, who just recently passed, which has made it all the more poignant to sit down and listen to the man talk about this film. And then we have Under the Skin, interview with Doug Bradley, which is 13 minutes 40. Then we have the theatrical trailer and the image gallery, and that's the extras for Hellraiser 3. There we have it. Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth. I would love to know your opinion of this one. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Has your opinion changed over the years like mine has? Let me know in the comment box below, because it's always good to get more than just my opinion. There is more content up here if you want to see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to the Patreon membership program and manvfilm.com, always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.